Hi, my name is Matt Hintz, and today I will be talking about zero trust networking. It is a contemporary method of security in enterprise and government security. Uh, in this presentation, I will describe what zero trust networking is, why it is important, and how it's applied in practice, what its advantages and difficulties are, and finally, how it is going to evolve in the future. So, what is zero trust networking? Zero trust networking denies the previous concepts of trusting whoever is within your network. Rather, zero trust networking uh, proposes that there is not a single person or object in the network that could be blindly trusted, whether user or device or packet. The main phrase to consider is never trust, always verify. This implies any effort to gain access or resources must be authenticated and authorized. It also has a zero trust networking is also dynamic and never ending. Even when you've logged in, the system reassesses you as you continue working. So why do we need zero trust networking? Traditionally, the models employed by organization were referred to as a castle and moat model. The castle wall was the network perimeter fortified by firewalls, intrusion detection systems, but inside everything was believed to have belonged, such as villagers going about their business inside that village within the walls. Uh, the thing that the present networks don't actually have clear walls. Employees communicate at home, coffee shops, or even their mobile phones. Cloud services provide third parties to companies. This is known to hackers who will make use of this. In the case of them attacking a single laptop or stealing a set of credentials, they could spread laterally to the rest of the network fairly easily. This is addressed by zero trust that eliminates the concept of a trusted inside. Rather, every request checks regardless of origin, internal or external. So here are some of the core principles of zero trust networking. Check explicitly. A system must verify the identity, device health, or other context requesting access each time. This may involve multi-factor authentication, certificates, or checking geolocation. Always enforce least privilege. Even when someone is trusted, they can only get access to what they precisely need for their job requirement and no more. Therefore, say an HR employee cannot access the finance database on the spot. And lastly, always assume breach. Zero trust works as if a hacker might already be in your network. So you monitor continuously, segment the network, and never rely on one line of defense. So how does zero trust networking work? Zero trust is not a product but a design. The following are some of the building blocks. Identity and access management, making sure every user is identified and verified often with multi-factor authentication. Checks of device posture, ensuring that the device is secure, patched, and that it complies. Microsegmentation, networks should be broken down into small, safe areas where attackers cannot migrate easily. Encryption, so the protection of data that is in transmission or at rest. Also continuous monitoring, using analytics and automation to watch traffic patterns and spot unusual behavior. These combine to create an environment where every access attempt is judged in real time. So here are some real-world applications. Google Beyond Corp is one of the most famous examples utilizing zero trust networking. Google developed a system that requires each request access is checked against identity and device verification. Businesses are implementing zero trust networking to secure hybrid networks. Some resources are on premises, some resources are in the cloud. Governments are heading in this direction as well. The NIST Zero Trust framework made the adoption of zero trust mandatory for federal agencies within the US. This demonstrates that zero trust networking is not just theory, but it's already being done at scale. So some of the benefits of zero trust networking: it defends against insider threats. This even if an employee has been compromised or has a compromised account, least privilege will always minimize the damage. It'll stop movement, so it'll stop lateral movement inside of a network. Attacker cannot easily move between systems. It'll offer enhanced security protection to distant and cloud employees, crucial in our current world. Uh, it provides IT teams with increased visibility and control. They'll know who, what, and how. Zero Trust mitigates risks and increases protection against contemporary attacks. However, Zero Trust networking is not without its challenges. Firstly, Zero Trust is complicated to use and implement. It may frequently involve redesigning networks and workflow. Second, it relies on strong identity infrastructure. Zero Trust networks cannot be used effectively without robust authentication systems. Third, it can be costly. The new tools, new training, integration, especially from going without that infrastructure to begin with. Lastly, there's going to be some user resistance to the amount of verification. Some users are going to get frustrated with the additional authentication. You're going to have to find a balance between usability and security. So while Zero Trust networking is powerful, it takes commitment and resources to adapt. So the future of Zero Trust networking is this. It will rapidly become the de facto model for both enterprise and government security. It is compatible with other types of networking such as software-defined networking and secure access service edge. The general opinion of many experts at this point is that Zero Trust will completely replace traditional VPNs. Users will no longer have to tunnel into a trusted internal network, but always authenticate to resources that they require securely, no matter where they happen to be. So to wrap up, I'm going to test your understanding with a short quiz. I will have a few multiple choice questions covering the core principles, real world issues, and challenges of Zero Trust networking in the slides that I just went over. Here is the questions. I'll pause here. And then I will show the answers in the next slide. Zero Trust, who is trusted by default? No one, obviously. What is the concept that only a user gets access to? Or what is the concept that ensures only a specific user gets access to what they need for that role? Least privilege. And real world company that has pioneered Zero Trust networking with BeyondCorp, that's going to be Google. What is the one major challenge of Zero Trust adoption? That's implementation complexity. And Zero Trust networking assumes that a breach may already exist. And then I have my references here for research, APA 7, and I have my image references for each image I used in the slides. All right. Thank you very much.